All right, it's 8:30 here in New York City, and we've got a Fox News alert. Stranded in Sudan, thousands of Americans are being told to shelter in place as a civil war in Sudan plays out in their streets. This after the Navy SEALs and Army Special Forces evacuated embassy staffers and their families, got them out of that mess. Joining us right now, the co-host and co-anchor of America's Newsroom, Dana Perino. Dana, good morning.
Good morning.
You hate to see this kind of thing. And this comes just as Joe Biden, it looks like tomorrow, is going to say, yep, I need another 4 years.
Yeah, so that one we're waiting for. I do think the evacuation of the embassy personnel went very smoothly, which is a good thing. And there was some support there. You can imagine that the two warring factions don't want to do anything to possibly hurt an American there. However, so now those Americans have been rescued. They're in Djibouti or other neighboring places. That means there are no embassy staff there to help the remaining civilians,
right,
of which there are possibly upwards of 20,000. And some of them are having to make this choice of stay inside and die of hunger,
right,
or leave and possibly get killed. Over 500 civilians have already been killed, one American. And a lot of these are dual citizens and possibly aid workers. And we should also stay in touch with Save Our Allies, because they will be doing some great work there again.
This has echoes of what happened in Afghanistan after we got the official personnel out and we heard from the State Department and the White House, everybody who wanted to leave left. That was not true. Yeah,
it's slightly different given that America was obviously involved in the war. But another thing here is another geopolitical problem is that Russia's Wagner group, this sort of rogue group that helps arm all the bad guys in the world, they have been doing that all across Africa, including in Sudan, and help stoke this problem. That country, unfortunately, looks like it's coming apart at its seams. And this will be a question for President Biden amongst all the other major issues that he faces as he tries to run for a second term.
And it sounds like tomorrow, if past his prologue, he declared 4 years ago on April 25th, 2019, he was going to run, and it worked out for him. So he's a superstitious guy, so he's probably going to do it. But here's the thing. If anybody at the White House showed him the new NBC poll, 70% of Americans say don't do it.
Right. I think that the White House has told themselves that if he doesn't run, then Trump will win. And they believe that President Trump will be the nominee again. There's a good reason to believe that. He's up in all the polls. The voting hasn't started yet, and there's a ways to go. There are many candidates in the race. There will be a GOP debate. But if you're looking at the polls today and you're the Biden White House, you're thinking he's obviously going to run. And I think that when he did his State of the Union address and led with, I will finish the job, they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot on
every day.
The environment in particular. Here's the thing, though. 70% of voters don't want him to run. Okay, but now we know he is going to run. So now the question is, okay, if it's between Biden and generic Republican, who are you for? And those numbers will probably tighten up a bit. But even the New York Times is saying that Biden is going to have to address these issues about his age and his cognizance, and he has to take questions from the press. All these things he has not been doing up to now.
And if you remember, and you do, of course, because this is your job, when he was running for president in 2019, 2020, he was, for the most part, in the basement, away from everybody, not answering questions because there weren't reporters in his basement. But now as president, and you look at the stats through history, every other president has given a multiple number of press availabilities than this guy has.
And he doesn't, and then the White House press secretary tries to tell you, oh, but he takes shouted questions. The shouted questions are pitiful. The answers you can't hear. That is not good communication. That's not good enough for our system. They wanted to return to norms. They have reverse norms when it comes to dealing with the free press. And as the White House Correspondents Association gets ready for their big dinner this Saturday, you should really think about that. And think about how a free press is so critical to our foundation. And if the President of the United States can't even do a press availability to explain why he wants to run for president for a second term, you've got a problem. He's not done an interview with any major newspaper.
No, I know. But the president will be in the Hilton Ballroom on Saturday night, yucking it up with, what, 3,000 reporters?
Probably.
We'll
see.
What are you doing here in 25 minutes over?
We've got Senator Tim Scott is going to be on, and of course he was busy this weekend in Iowa. Miranda Devine of the New York Post has some juicy information about Hunter Biden, and Jason Chaffetz and Joe Contra are going to join and talk about these COVID revelations coming out of China.
All right, Dana, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.